To quote the great Jay-Z, I'm not a businessman, I'm a businessman. So, you've been developing a skill, a product, a side income, and things are going great. So you're ready to be the boss. You're ready to take on those responsibilities, but also enjoy the perks of being full-time or part-time self-employed. It's time to adopt the independent status. Here at Accountable, we put together a checklist that help you go down the different steps that you're gonna have to take to officialize your status as an independent. Don't worry, it's faster and easier than you think. First step is to get the timing right. Are you sure that you're ready? We've made a separate video to help you decide if you should be a student entrepreneur or part-time self-employed or full-time self-employed. Watch it and make sure you're adopting the right status for you. Also, if you're planning on becoming part-time self-employed, this is probably a good time to tell your employer because some work contracts will require employer approval before you can become part-time self-employed. So let's just make sure everyone's aligned. Next, especially if you are in Brussels or Wallonia, you're gonna have to prove that you have the necessary basic management skills to adopt the responsibilities of being an independent. Usually, a relevant diploma does the trick, but you can also use years of experience as your proof. If you don't have any of those, you can study the syllabus and take an exam that's going to prove that you have the basic management skills. There are many special cases and exceptions, so we put a link under the video to help you deal with all those options. Next step is to create a separate bank account. This is especially important because you don't want to mix your professional and private money. That's going to help you stay organized and make sure that your accounting doesn't become a mess. Bonus accountable tip, this separate account doesn't have to be a business account. Banks usually charge for those, and it's not necessary as long as your private and professional money are separate. Next, you need to get affiliated to social insurance. This is important because this guarantees you access to social benefits such as unemployment, sick leaves, retirement, or any other help that might be handy when the time comes. The next step, and this is where things get serious, you need to sign up to the BCE or the CBE. This is where your name and address will be added to a register of all the businesses in Belgium. This is where you'll be given your company number, which is also your VAT number if you add BE in front of it. Signing up to the BCE costs about 90 euros. If you are planning to earn less than 25,000 euros revenue every year, it will probably be a better option for you to adopt the VAT franchisee. Being a VAT franchisee might be helpful in your beginnings because it means you won't have to deposit regular VAT declarations, you won't have to charge VAT to your clients, and pay VAT to the VAT office every 3 months. For these last 3 steps, usually you can get help from a social secretariat. And there are many in Belgium. Here's a few examples. A social secretariat can do these 3 last steps for you. They usually put together a complete service, help you gather the documents, and can send everything to the corresponding agents. That should cost you around 200 euros. Now that you have your VAT number, it's time for you to send your first official invoice and start getting paid. Accountable tip, don't just use any random invoice template that you find online. It's important that you have the correct information on your invoice for them to be legally binding. In our app, it's super easy to just create invoices. Select from your list of clients, add different items, send them straight from the app, and the app can even tell you if the invoice has been paid or if it's late. Another accountable tip, any expense that you made 3 months before becoming an independent is usually tolerated as a business expense. That means if you've bought a camera or software licenses, you can put all that into your professional expenses, and that's going to help you bring your taxable income down. These are just a few of the many pop-up tips that you can get from using the Accountable app for your day-to-day accounting as a self-employed. All right, looks like you're independent. Time to go tell the world that you are officially open for business. Do what you do best, make great things, and show your work. Good luck out there. Thanks for watching, and remember, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to us because our mission at Accountable is to help people like you run their business. Man.
I'm not a businessman, I'm a businessman. Let me handle my business, damn.